term. Action turns knowledge into wisdom. And the fires of creation is that process of action turning knowledge into wisdom. We all know, but until we do, it's not the experience and the understanding of the experience that it takes to understand it. Experiential situation is really what it is.
It's not about what you do and all of the things you create or don't create. It is truly about lifetime to lifetime endurance and gaining joy and joy and happiness out of it. It's not about success. It is just about joy, happiness, and love.
Have you been finding yourself stuck in a rut, unable to launch your new projects, not getting the experiences you're looking out of your spiritual experiences? You're trying to start a business and running into troubles? I have special coaching sessions for you. Spiritual readings, Akashic Records, healings, all those are available to you. I invite you to come and look at the different journeys that I've done in the live shows that I've done. I'm inviting you all to come on the journey, expand your life, expand your willpower, learn more about sovereignty. We also have the Living the Mystic Life monthly membership. It's a new relaunch of the system where you get all of our live webinars and get access to our Discord server for our live shows. Go to the website, andrewbartzis.com, for more information. Come and join our community, inviting you all to come on this journey as we expand to the universe of the Great Awakening. I was stupid muted. Welcome, everyone, to another adventure into reality. I'm your host, Andrew Bartzis, the one and only Galactic Historian. Today, for the whole 2-hour show, today is a live call-in show. Come and talk to me. Anything at all. And I want to note, everybody, I have decided to enter my unique intelligence into somewhat of the political world after this Charlie Kirk slaying. If you go to my Twitter page, Andrew Bartzis at Galactic History, you will see on my front page posts I made to the congressional hearing that is summoning Steam, Twitch, Reddit, and Discord all to congressional hearings. There, I posted for the congressional staff all the questions that were needed to ask, the hardest hitting of questions about the predatory processes on those platforms, as well as a digital Bill of Rights. I put a lot of effort into it. So if you could go to my Twitter page and give that a like and a read and a comment, it would greatly amplify that experience. We've got a bunch of callers here. Let's see, we're going to go to Kevin. Signal to unmute. You're going to be the first caller. Kevin, are you there? Kevin, going once. Going twice. Kevin. Oh, Kevin, there you are. You're unmuted, but I cannot hear you. Kevin, I don't know what's going on with your audio, but we cannot hear you. All right, we're going to go to the next caller. Samsung phone, signal to unmute.
Andrew, hi.
Hi, what's your name?
This is Leah.
Hi, Leah. How's it going? Your ID says Samsung phone.
I know it's a new phone. I haven't updated everything yet, so it's a surprise for you.
How are things going since we talked last?
Oh, geez. Well, that's why I'm calling. I would really appreciate if you could help me unpack some of this, these last 3 years, really, and what has transpired.
Okay.
Yeah.
What's going on now?
Um, let's see. I have a 2-year-old daughter, Alaya,
Uh-huh.
which you saw coming in back 3 years ago when we talked. Emmanuel and I have been through some pretty severe spiritual warfare, and this has been quite an interesting experience. And I was wondering if you could help me unpack some of the specifics to make sure that I'm either seeing this correctly, or if there's something that I'm not seeing correctly, I would like to see it from a different perspective.
All right, where do you want to start?
Um, let's start with the soul lineages and what this had to do with family of origin.
Why is that an important question?
Um, well, it was quite integral to the discordance within our relating. And I'm wondering why this warfare had to ensue the way that it did.
Karma.
Okay, can we get into that?
You and him have a long, sordid historical affair that's led from many failures at launch, success. Even though you've had good lifetimes, the balance is you both have had to be each other's villains in different lifetimes, in different eras. And this is the era in which you solve each other's villain sides. And if you're able to nullify each other's villain sides at any point during this lifetime, you have the golden paved road ahead of you for success during this lifetime.
You mean success as a family or as individuals?
Individuals, everything. I mean, obviously it still takes effort to walk that golden path. And it doesn't need to all be done. You're looking at 65-75% of resolving the villain issues that you've had in previous lives is more than enough to get onto that golden path where it's not just spiritual success, it's monetary success, it's love success, it's all of those things and much more. Again, it still takes effort to make those all work, though.
Where are we running into roadblocks right now with that?
Both sides are not completely giving the effort on a monthly scale to find balance.
What is that going to take?
What does it take for you to both come to the table relatively equal on a monthly scale? You cannot have pure equality. That's a pipe dream. But if you look at it on a monthly scale, are both trying equally or something close to it? If you were to put it as a percentage, and you look at this last month, what is the percentage to you and him for effort working on it?
I mean, it's just circling round and round in the same crud. So, I mean, how can you move forward when there's so much, deception and different factors at play that are keeping peace from being possible?
I think that is some propaganda you've told yourself.
Okay, let's get into that.
In the journey of the unlimited point of view, when we run into roadblocks, we are blocking the potential outcomes. Are you holding any kind of grudge, and is he holding any kind of grudge, even if it's minor?
Yes.
Then that's what's blocking you.
Okay, but how
Just
do you get
having
over
the
that?
smallest grudge in your field will block that grander journey. What are the grudges?
Abandonment during pregnancy. I got hit pretty hard during pregnancy in the last trimester. I also wanted you to help me go into that if you're willing.
Yeah, we can.
Okay. Yeah,
So
that's
what is it going to take for you to let go of your grudge side? Truly forgive it in yourself and him, so it's no longer about blocking these greater futures.
I mean,
when are you going to accept his apology and love fully? Because it's truly blocking love.
He doesn't really want to apologize for it.
Okay. Can you?
Yes.
Are you at a scenario, I won't be the first one to do it, and it's a big game of chicken?
Yeah, I'm working on that right now.
Well, let's go a little deeper. So, are there things that are not grudges, that are financial hurdles that are struggling both of you?
Well, yes, I mean, being an international family for one isn't easy, but yeah, I mean, my next step is to stabilize here where I'm at from literally right now, it's just employment and residence. I mean, we've been back and forth in chaos for, 3 years trying to merge as a family. And, you know, I had a major surgery 2 months ago. I had a 7-pound tumor removed with the right ovary that was cancerous. And
No.
came, yeah, he came to visit and decided, randomly to stay here, kind of letting his taxi business go to shit in Sweden. And when we asked for his family's financial support to secure a green card here, they were unwilling.
Okay.
There's also a lot of mother enmeshment, which you were pointing towards 3 years ago. I didn't see it then. It has been extremely challenging to traverse that. And
Okay.
I was wondering if we could get into that as well. And
Sure. Sure.
thank you.
All right. So, what's the challenge you're facing now in the mother side?
I think at this point, it's just acknowledgement of, overstepping jurisdiction and not being, um, whatever pieces are operating through her. I don't know if it's karmically or contracts or what. I experienced like quite insidious surges um, from that, like very heavy enmeshment.
Okay. So, you're saying her energy is creating insidious energies in yours.
It was like for 2 years, and that's something that Emmanuel was not willing to look at or address.
That's not his place to look at or address. That's your side. That's not something you can defer onto him.
In what way?
If you're the one experiencing the energies, you're the one that has to deal with it, has to solidify your boundaries and stop having a very weak field of energy, even if it is high frequency. If I come up to you and flick you on the back of the head with just a little finger flick and it drops your boundaries, what's good of having boundaries if they're that weak?
Yeah, I mean, I think it's just trauma after trauma after trauma.
No,
Yeah.
that's the myth you're living in. That's the
Okay.
100% myth you're living in and the lie you're telling yourself. It means you have to do work on yourself. It means you have to disconnect from the volumes of traumas and not live the trauma all the time. Because right now, that's just trauma living. That means you got to start doing unique practices that fortify your frequency, not just meditation. You got to find out how to carve out time as a mother to regenerate and recuperate your body, mind, and spirit. You got to be able to find happiness versus the eternal frown you have frequently. I can hear it in your voice. Okay. This is something that's been plaguing you for a while, breaking out of the large volumes of trauma that you did go through and seeing the lighter side of life.
Right.
Stop being so fucking serious all the time. It's destroying you. It's what allowed the mother's weird energy to fuck with you. Okay? What are the other challenges of being a mother?
Really just having stability. I mean, my parents have had to help with her because of the back and forth and the different components to that. And,
Sure.
you
Okay.
know,
Okay.
as far as being a mother, I love being a mother.
Okay.
It's what I want to do.
Well, you're doing it. It's not want anymore. You're completely immersed in it.
Well, there are some legal things going on right now that had to do with my family of origin and their distrust of Emmanuel. And like I said, it's been a family of origin affair from many different angles.
Oh, are you ready to just leave it and cut it off with
Uh,
Emmanuel?
uh, why are you asking that?
Yeah, I am.
Are you asking me if I'm ready to cut it
Yeah.
off?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Why not?
Because there's a part of me that says maybe this is done and needs to be done, and we each go
Or
our
that
separate
is,
ways.
or that is what needs to be done to move on. Stop locking yourself into choices that block your greater future. You have to explore the letting go side and let the deep inner emotions that are formed far more than what you're describing, which is what motivating this energy inside you. Is he going to be a good father short term?
No,
Okay. Is he going to be a good father long term with the person he is right now?
no.
So then why are you sticking?
Well, I guess that's in part why I'm
I
calling you.
know. I know that. I'm trying to get you to think why. What motivates you inside to stay?
I love him and I wanted a family with him.
Ah, even though he is incapable right now as who he is.
Well, yeah, I see that.
Okay. Well, then you need to talk to your heart and go, if I'm going to be a mother, this chaos cannot continue.
Correct.
Who deserves your love, that child or him?
Oh, absolutely, my daughter.
Then choose the fucking child.
I have.
No, you just asked the question. You still love him. You got to go through that process where whatever inner program that's still attached to that prince love story, it's got to go. It's got to go. How much do you love him? Painfully love? Twisting your mind and heart kind of love?
Yep.
There's 65% of your problem right there. Now, the big question is, how do you stop loving? Okay? Focus on your daughter. You focus on you. You learn how to love your daughter and you learn how to love yourself because you can only love so much right now. You
Right.
cannot have divided attention and divided loves.
Exactly.
You're not strong enough right now for that. Maybe this is the time where you got to tell him, we are going to separate for a year. Okay? Can you have the kid until you step up and start paying? No. Okay? Until you figure out your damn life? No. Till you have secured everything? No. Until you've figured out your green card, your visa, whatever it is, no. No, 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 and no some more.
Right.
Okay? What is your relationship with your parents? How strained is it now?
Well, actually, after the court hearing, I felt about like 50 pounds of proverbial chains being lifted from me. So there's peace available now.
Okay. What does that do for the relationship with your parents?
I mean, it's mostly my mother and I, and there's been, a lot of discord for a long time.
Okay.
But I think we're finally able to be free of that. That's what I felt.
All right. Do you trust your mother to be around your child 1000%?
In what ways?
To help raise her,
Yes, I do.
to be the grandmother?
Absolutely.
Then tell her this. You got to connect as grandmother, mother, daughter.
Yeah.
That's the cycle of ancestors right there.
Mm-hmm.
Grandmother, mother, daughter.
So
How far away does she live?
She's pretty close.
Okay. You need to have a heart-to-heart with her.
Yes, I know.
Okay. Do you have any background grudges or things you're holding about her?
I mean, I did, but you know, it's more her unwillingness to really like heartfelt take accountability. Like that's all I was asking was to see it from
You
the perspective.
cannot force people to take accountability.
I know that.
You
And
cannot project it either.
it's just been a lot to carry for my lineage on my own.
Stop worrying about lineage. Stop deferring those words. It's me. Me, and I, me, no we's. It's you. That's the first part of identifying where you are in this journey and what part of the road to success you're going to take. You got to identify with the individual you, separate of all the previous issues from other lifetimes. It's about you, this lifetime now.
Right.
You've progressed to the point that is the focus.
Are you saying the dharmic is becoming available now?
It's been there for a long time since you got pregnant,
It's just
waiting
not.
for you to step into it.
Oh my God, Andrew, no. This has
Yeah.
been chaos. So
Okay.
can we get into that a bit, please?
Okay. What part of you loves the chaos?
I don't.
Okay. What part of you only knows how to live with the chaos?
I mean, I guess it's been that way for a really long time.
You mean you really have no real solidified point of view of what living with the chaos is like, living without the chaos, what it's like. You have to craft that. That's why I talked about boundaries right away.
Mm-hmm.
That's what causes chaos. Okay. And all the other things, that's all adding to the factors of chaos for you. Are you healthy enough after the tumor removal to be able to work truth and answer absolute 10,000% truthful?
Yes. No.
Okay. What are you going to do for work?
I don't know. I'm at a women's shelter right now. I've been here for about a week and a half.
Okay.
So
Why are you at a shelter not with your mother?
correct.
Why are you at a shelter and not with your mother?
Because we can't live together.
Why? Why is it such a hard answer?
Stuff it kept coming up that was triggering things that I've asked her to work with me and out creating.
Okay. So even though earlier in the conversation you said things are there, but it's not good enough for you to live with her. You see how you're contradicting yourself?
Well, I mean, that's also her experience too. It's not
Sure.
just mine.
Sure. Okay. How are you going to be able to get out of a women's shelter?
I have to work and save my money to get an apartment.
That's months of savings. Okay? Months. Are you going to spend months in a women's shelter?
I mean, if something else becomes available, like a room for rent, or I'm willing to do that, but they help you with your first insecurity. And they have programs.
Listen,
have
a room for
programs.
rent with a room for rent with an infant baby. Come on.
Well, and Andrew, I don't have any other way to do this.
I know that. I know that. I'm trying to help you see the obstacles that are ahead of you. You have to see these obstacles and have plans to go through them or around them. And right now, it's just the chaos stopping you from seeing the order of change for yourself. And the only reason I'm being harsh with my energies
is because you need this tough love now. You need to apply it to yourself. Take my tone and my frequency as absolute love for your need to change.
I do.
Okay? Okay? So why did you end up in a women's shelter?
Because there was an altercation, not physical, but they called the police.
Okay? Okay, who called the police?
I think my stepfather.
Okay? And that was about you and Emmanuel?
No,
Okay. What was it about? Who was in it?
my mother and I.
Okay. What caused it?
I had a conversation with her earlier in the day regarding um, her preferences and how I was to discipline my daughter, and I was asking her for more space to just be with my child and the tenderness that she needed. And I needed some time to like process her dad just leaving. She needed time to process being with me. And my mother, was getting into like neurotic tics about things. And I was already in like quite a compromised space emotionally.
Okay.
And when I attempted to have the conversation with her in like a very civil, kind manner, she flipped out. And
Okay.
that threw me over the edge.
Okay. So she is not a person you can actually trust then, even though you've already said you could.
Well, you asked me if I could trust her with my daughter.
Yeah, but you really can't.
Well,
I'm trying to help you see the inconsistencies in your own frequency, which is what's causing chaos inside you.
I know that, Andrew, but this is the situation I'm in. So,
That I'm trying to help you get out of it.
yeah,
I'm trying
yeah.
to get you to see the obstacles and plan ways around it. Okay? So short term, you and your mother can't live together. So why you're in a woman's shelter. Okay? Where are you at? Are you in the UK now?
No, I'm in the US,
You're in the US. What part of the US are you in?
Pittsburgh.
Um, is it a big chapter for a woman's house, a woman's shelter?
It's a good one. I mean, I'm very much at peace here. I have access to public transport. I'm right downtown in the city, so there's access to jobs, there's access to public transport. It's a good place for me right now. I'm actually grateful to be here.
Do they do daycare?
No, they don't do anything for children.
Okay. So how are you going to be able to get a job without daycare?
My mother's watching my daughter right now. She actually has custody of her for the next 6 months because she filed a PFA on me.
This just gets worse and worse and worse.
Yeah, no shit. Like I said, I mean, it had to get to this like crucible crux point in order to shatter whatever at
I
least
get
was inside. Mhm.
I get what I said
Because-
earlier still valid though. It's about solidifying your own frequency, seeing the chaos that is around you, and stopping that chaos.
Yes.
Okay.
Yep. I need space away from it in order to do that, to be in my own frequency, to, establish my own space. It's been,
That's not a reality for you. That's months away. You have to figure out how to do it now in the
no, no,
environment
no.
you're in.
I'm actually this is good for me. This is very good for temperament, and it's good for, cohabitating, co-living. This is exactly where I need to be right now.
I understand that. What I'm saying is the work you've got to do short term, you aren't going to be able to have the privacy you think you need.
I know.
Okay?
I've embraced that, and I can, utilize that to, fuel my productivity.
Okay? Hey, darling, I got to let you go. I got to get to some other callers.
Sounds good, Andrew. Thank you
All
so
right.
much.
Good luck. Go back and listen to this show. All the stuff is still valid for you. Okay, all the stuff I've said, it's about you now. You have to end the chaos. No one else can do it but you.
Thank you.
Take it easy.
You too.
All right,
Thank
Joel. All right, Joel. Let's give Carly a signal to unmute. Carly, are you there?
I'm here.
Hi, darling. Where are you calling from?
I'm from Oklahoma. I called in about a year ago, and you helped me a lot. Like the last caller just now, I also had called in right after a surgery on my uterus, and you gave me a lot of really great advice. And I just wanted to call in and let you know.
What advice did I give you?
Well, you told me to stop doing shadow work because I was using shadow work. I was pulling my hair out really bad, and you told me to stop doing shadow work and to get body work done and eat protein. And so I started doing all of that. Mm-hmm.
And how did that work out?
I feel a lot better. I just finished a 10 series, a Rolfing 10 series, and I feel a lot better. I feel a lot more clear, a lot more positive, and yeah.
So what do you want to talk about today?
So I have been doing a call center job, and it's not something I want to do for the rest of my life. I feel like I have the ability to do something more with my life, and I am wondering about some guidance on that.
All right. So other than call center jobs, what skills do you have or education do you have?
Not much. I have a lot of life experience, and I'm really good at writing. I'm really good at speaking. And sorry if you can hear that.
Okay. So what kind of writing do you do?
I do fiction writing and like writing about real life topics, like things that I observe, and people like the things that I write.
Okay. How many projects are you working on?
I have quite a few that I'm working on right now. Fiction projects, I have like 2 larger stories. And then on the side, I have a business where I'm coaching and like teaching people, just basically giving them a different perspective.
Okay. So the 2 bigger projects, how big are the documents, word count?
One is 16,000, which I just started a couple months ago, and then the other one is around 25,000.
Okay, what are their genres?
Fantasy.
All right, so pick the longer one and tell me about the story.
That one is it's kind of like a romance, and then there's it's like an adventure romance, and I'm still kind of working on that. I'm working on the characters, and I feel like right now I'm just really getting to know the characters.
Okay, so give me a character breakdown. Just like who are the top 4 characters and who's the villains?
So one villain is he's like this ancient god, and he's in disguise. So he's like a trickster god, and he's like the main character, and he falls in love with another character who and that's kind of where I'm kind of still working on that, but they both kind of fall in love with each other, but because he's a god and he's in, like, she doesn't know he's a god and he's like really immortal, she, there's like that kind of like a betrayal element to it.
Why did you choose the character to be a god?
I just thought it was interesting. I just like that dynamic, I guess.
Okay, so she would, if their love is going to be long term, she would have to get immortality. Otherwise, he will just watch her wither away and die like he's done with 10,000 other loves.
Mm-hmm.
Do you want that theme to be there?
I think there's a sacrifice theme for sure. I think there's like an element of him sacrificing his immortality.
Okay. So what's the bigger vision for this particular story? Like,
honestly, I'm just writing it for fun. I don't really have like a big vision for it. It's just kind of. Mm-hmm.
you want it to expand, you need a bigger vision, and you
Mhm.
start to do some other world building. Have you ever drawn like a map of the world?
No, not for this one.
You should definitely do that
Okay.
and make a 5,000 year timeline so you
Mhm.
can have myths and cities and stories, even if it's, 2, 3 sentences, Joe Blow defeated King Idiot in 765 BC,
Mhm.
and 1,000 years later, that Joe Blow sword is found. Okay,
Mhm.
you need world building, and world building will help give you the bigger vision.
Mhm.
So, what are the big villains you have?
That was that whole like arc kind of is the villain. Like the betrayal arc is that was kind of the main, like, he is kind of the villain, if that makes sense.
It does, but when it comes to story structure, when you have a villain and the lover, that is really a challenging right.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. What you may want to do is put another temporary lover where the villain can kill the other temporary love off and she doesn't know, and he's trying to woo her after the death.
Oh, I like that. Yeah.
Okay.
Uh-huh.
Or maybe she goes through a series of lovers, okay?
Mhm.
And he just keeps knocking them off.
Yeah.
Okay.
That sounds fun. Yeah.
Okay. Have you done any sex or erotic scenes as an experimental writing?
I have. Yeah.
And how easy are they to write?
They're really easy. So I think we talked about this last year, actually. We talked about writing and world building, and you gave me the advice to like write a few like 5,000 word stories. And right after that call, I did write an erotic one that I shared on the internet, and people really liked it.
Well, you can put a collection of erotic stories together and put it out on Amazon and probably get some decent traction with it. You get the right name, okay?
Mm-hmm.
And it could be a bunch of short erotic stories,
Okay.
erotic stories, okay? And that might help you with your world building and other stuff.
Mm-hmm.
What shift is your call center job?
It's 9:30 a.m. to 6 p.m. So it's really a lot of time that I feel like I spend there that is really draining.
Yeah, and it's Monday through Friday.
Yep.
How long is your commute?
It's 10 minutes away, so it's a really short commute, which is awesome.
All right, that makes it a lot
Yeah.
better. Short
Yeah.
commute. Do you have vacation time?
I do, and I kind of used it all up when I did the Rolfing sessions, because I would take the day for those.
That was a good thing. You needed the day,
Yeah.
but you have basically no vacation time left.
Not really. I have some coming up for my birthday in November, and then some in December.
Okay, so you need those remaining days.
Yeah.
All right. You need to put some money aside to go to a writer's seminar.
Okay.
And it's really about networking with the other writers,
Yeah.
listening to what the seminar person has to tell you. And then usually somebody has a chance to read your material.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. If you're going to go there, make sure that your story's at around a minimum of 35,000 words.
Mm-hmm.
Once you break the 35,000 word mark, you truly have the developed story almost there.
Okay. Mm-hmm.
Okay. And it would be a really good idea for you to pay attention to chapter headings. Try not to make any chapter longer than like 9,000, 8,000 words.
Mm-hmm.
If you got to break up chapters, having shorter chapters in your early first draft is way better, especially since you're going to have to go back, read. Shorter chapters make it so much easier to second and third edit.
Mm-hmm.
And you said you're in Oklahoma?
Yeah.
Where in Oklahoma?
Right by Oklahoma City.
Okay, so you're right by the Bain area. All right.
Mm-hmm.
So what is your week? What do you do on your weekends? When you get off on Friday, and what do you do from Friday to Sunday?
Honestly, I just chill and kind of recover from the the call center job, and then I like to read, I like to write, I like to play video games. Mhm.
What video games are you playing?
Right now I'm playing Baldur's Gate 3.
That's a great game.
Yeah, it is.
How far through it are you?
I'm on my second playthrough and I'm on the third act. I just started the third act.
Yeah, that's good stuff.
Yeah.
There's a lot of really good story points to mine from Baldur's Gate. All of the Baldur's Gates, all of them.
Mm-hmm.
And you may want to, in this time through, start taking some story notes.
Okay.
Okay?
Mm-hmm.
So when it comes to writing time, how much writing time are you giving yourself per week?
My goal is 500 words a day. I try to get that every day, but I don't always. But when I do, I usually get to at least like 1,500 words.
Yeah, no, once you start, it kind of I get it. So why don't you change your rule and say you get 1,500 words per week?
Okay.
It's an easy thing to do.
Yeah.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
That's a chapter, or let's say 2,500 a week. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
That's easy for somebody who already knows how to write. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So by the end of the month, you're having 10,000 words. 10,000 words added to it. In 5 months, you're at an additional 50,000 words. That puts you at a 70,000 word story. Is it like if you want someone to read your book, do you want it to be a super big fatty book, or do you want it to be like a thinner book?
I like both. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Think about that. Okay. The thing is, do you have people reading your actual fantasy stories yet?
No, I did put that one erotic story on the internet and people really liked it. So I think I could probably do more, but I would have to, finish more things.
You need to find a writer's group.
Okay.
Really what it is.
Okay.
People that will read your stuff and you read their stuff in exchange.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. As for making more money, there are a variety of things that you can do, but again, that's going to take away time. You're already tired. You talk your ass off. I talk 10 hours. I know what it's like. You don't want to say another word when you get home. And it's very easy to go into that writing space when you're just shutting up and you're in your head. Okay, so this is where, let's say, between now and the end of the year, you say, all right, I've got the side job, they're making a little cash. Let me put some extended effort into creating these stories. Okay? Writing the book is one thing. That's only half the battle.
Yeah.
The other half of the battle is marketing it. Okay? And you begin to include that into your journey. Okay? Just because you finished a book doesn't mean jack and shit if no one reads it, does it? Okay?
Yeah.
Have you looked at Amazon KDP and read about that stuff yet?
I have looked at, glanced at it, but honestly, I haven't, because I haven't really finished anything. I just haven't even really thought about that. I've been mostly focused on just kind of putting words on the page.
All right. So why don't you put 1 hour a month into looking at Amazon Kindle Direct?
Okay.
It's really important that you understand it, because it will help you format the book. It's really difficult to understand formatting the way that they do it in Amazon, etc. An hour a month is not hard. Okay? And then your short erotic stories, you could put those up for the Kindle Free Lending Library to start to get your name out there. Okay. Another thing is, it's probably time to start a third story in another genre.
Okay.
What other genre would you do?
I like anything, honestly. Maybe sci-fi.
Okay, so what kind of sci-fi?
I'm a big
Have you heard the joke that a lot of people are making that Harry Potter is just a cheap version of Star Wars with cheap lightsabers?
No, I haven't.
It's the same fucking story, just in a different way.
That's true.
To make yours different, because truly, that was a powerful set of books. I was immersed in her books.
Harry Potter.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah, they're really good. I've been thinking about those a lot. I like them.
So start a third story.
Okay. Mm-hmm.
Completely different genre. Okay?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Okay. Other than that, it's nose to the grindstone, 1,500 words, 2,500 words a week.
Okay.
You know, you can do that. You could probably do it in 2 sittings.
Yeah.
Okay? How often do you start from the very beginning of your stories and read them from beginning to end?
I like to kind of put them away. So like maybe once a month, unless that feel like doesn't like I'm kind of sick
That's
of it.
fine.
Yeah.
As you get into a bigger and bigger and bigger document, it's
Mm-hmm.
really important that you have the read throughs.
Okay.
It'll get to the point where you know the next you know exactly what is everything.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, incoming. You need that instant recall as you create more characters. It's a vital part of the neuroplasticity and the muscle memory of super creativity.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Any other questions you want to ask me?
Like that last caller, I live with my mom and we kind of have a tough relationship. I'm mostly able to kind of brush it off, but sometimes it does get kind of difficult.
What is it that she does that challenges you? Or you challenge her too?
I challenge her a lot. I think I just kind of like just me being myself kind of pisses her off, and she can be kind of controlling. She's pretty religious and she doesn't like the fact that I don't have the same views, and it can just be kind of difficult to communicate.
What are the religious views you have challenges with?
I don't have challenges with her views. She doesn't like mine. So she's like constantly kind of being like, what do you believe and why don't you believe it this way? And I'm like, I just don't want to talk about it. And then she'll kind of scoff and be like, whatever.
Well, this is where you got to suck it up, buttercup, and engage in her, or you're never going to solve that stuff.
Okay.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. What are your spiritual beliefs?
I don't like, I mean, if I were to tell her, she would get like really, she would be like, that's demonic. And I just like, I don't feel like I have very controversial spiritual beliefs. I feel like they're pretty normal, but I don't want to say like new agey, but
Try to give it
mm-hmm.
a definition.
Well, I believe in love. I believe that love is the foundation of everything, that God is love. And I guess it's kind of hard for me to talk about it, like put it into words, because it's more of like, it's something that I feel like I experience more than I think about all the time.
Not truly defined as a connected heart and mind. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
You need to find that out for yourself.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. You need that. You really do need that in your life. It will give you far more broader definition, make you a better writer. Okay. Mm-hmm. All sorts of things.
Okay. So I need to like learn how to talk about it. Is that what you're saying?
Write about it first.
Okay.
Create a character and put all of your spiritual beliefs into that character.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Okay.
Instead of calling her Kathy, make it, Jane, in that's a copy of you in a different city.
Mm-hmm.
She's got a call center job too. Okay.
Okay.
A writer also.
Okay.
What story would she write?
Okay.
Okay. How are you with prayer?
I've actually been starting that up again. I did some prayer for my future self. I listened to your show last week and you were talking about praying to your future self. So I've started doing some of that and that has really helped me. But before that, I don't think I really thought about prayer too much, honestly. I meditate a lot.
It's a vital part.
Okay.
So you really have what we call a mono practice. You just meditate. You don't do anything else.
Mm-hmm.
That's holding you back.
Okay.
You need a variety of practices. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Stargazing with your eyes closed. You probably heard me talk about that before. Okay. You need breath exercises
You need a variety of things to practice.
Mhm.
Okay.
Mhm.
So stop just the meditating process.
Okay.
Or put it on, do it twice a week instead. Okay.
Mhm.
15 minutes a day, 5 days a week is C plus effort. That's where you start.
Mhm.
And you measure your effort monthly. It's not about daily or weekly. Okay. As long as you can maintain 15 minutes a day, 5 days a week each month, you are arms and legs and heads above everybody else that doesn't practice.
Mhm.
Okay. And you will see a great journey to success with yourself as you start adding this whole new fuel of change in yourself. Okay.
Mhm.
How has your diet changed since we talked about the adding the protein?
It's been great. I've had a lot more energy and I feel more stable in my body. So that's been really good.
Okay. So what's your diet like now?
Now I eat 3 meals a day and I try to get at least 100 grams of protein. Um,
Yeah.
and yeah,
Do you have any exercise with it?
I've been doing body weight exercises. I've been trying to do them every day, but it's kind of hard. I do have a gym membership and I love lifting weights, but I haven't been in a while just because it's kind of hard to get in to the gym with my work schedule.
You don't have a 24-hour gym thing you can go to?
No, it's not 24 hours. They close at 11 and open at 5 a.m. So I could get in there at some point.
But you got to do that.
Okay.
It will only make your dopamine releases when you're writing even stronger.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And
Yeah.
you're starting to writing and you're like, oh shit, that's cool. You got to
Mm-hmm.
smile. That's a dopamine release.
Okay.
And it's going to make you a stronger and stronger and stronger writer when you get that.
Okay.
You got to work on your own projections you have on your mother too.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. She is who she is and she isn't going to change.
Yeah.
But you can change yourself without losing yourself to make it easier to live with her.
Yeah.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Yeah, I can do that.
Any other questions you want to ask?
No, you've been very helpful. Thank you.
All right, darling. Good talking to you.
You too.
All right.
Bye.
All right, Joel. Let's give David a signal to unmute. David, are you there?
Hey Andrew, how you going?
Good. Where are you calling from today?
I'm calling from Melbourne. Hang on, I'm just going to put my earplugs in. 1 second. All right, do you want me to put my video on?
No, it's fine.
All right, easy.
So what do you want to talk about today?
I suppose, so we've spoken a couple of times. I go by Simba Slim as well, if that helps you remember.
Yeah, what did we talk about?
So last time I think the first time we ever spoke was 2021, and we just did like an hour session on my life and how things were going, and you were kind of pretty insistent on me becoming as grounded as possible. We spoke about my psych ward situations that happened in 2012, 2020, and 2021. But yeah, I think life's going pretty well for me, to be honest. Like I've moved to the Dandenong Ranges down in Victoria. I moved in January this year.
How's it working out there?
Yeah, it's honestly absolutely stunning out here. You know, the trees and the bird life are amazing, and the people are a lot nicer than where I was in Brighton, which is quite like a rich area, snobby, pretentious area as well. And I had a lot of issues with my landlord, to be honest, and I'm still kind of fighting with him over like a bond thing. But I've since just like the last month or two moved into an absolutely beautiful place with 3 really nice people, and yeah, things are going quite well. I suppose.
What are you doing for work?
So I'm running my own business, making like those twisty potatoes on a stick. On the weekends, I'm just about to be starting a gardening gig, and I'm also going to be studying like to be a buyer's agent in a couple of months.
Okay.
So you've got
Um,
you've got a lot on your plate and your future plate.
Yeah, well, I suppose, like I used to smoke weed like literally every night, and then that kind of turned into like a day thing as well. And this year I actually quit finally, like properly. And that kind of just like really gave me a lot of energy and time to do other things in life, to be honest. Like I wasn't just flying away from reality. So that's been a humongous shifting point in my life, I reckon.
What kind of questions do you want to ask me today?
Um, well, so I'm seeing this girl who she came down from the Philippines earlier this year, and we got along really, really well. And then when she left, she's like, "Oh, you should get yourself a girlfriend, and I only wish the best for you." But then, we've been talking like literally every day since then, and I'm actually traveling there in October. And I'm like, I'm a little bit conflicted about where to go with it. I mean, we both hope that things work out long term. She was speaking about, her like a little bit of anxiety about leaving. That she wants to leave and come to Australia. So I don't know. Do you sense into anything about this situation?
You put yourself into a secured home with some roommates. You are beginning to expand yourself to find more work. Until that stuff is complete and you're moved in and grounded and taking care of some of the other stuff and got more money flowing, I don't think you're ready to move into a deeper relationship.
Yeah.
Okay? And getting her to move versus you moving, okay? She probably wants to get out of the Philippines. There's a lot of, let's just say, unfortunate stories when it comes from a woman from another country to come live with a man, and it doesn't matter what culture they are. There's lots of things that just don't work out, okay? You need to
Yeah,
be
of course.
secured and grounded to be able to have that happen. How would a fourth person be in that house?
Oh, yeah, I don't think it would be in this house. It wouldn't be until I bought my own place.
And how long will it take for you to buy your own place?
I'm hoping sometime next year.
Do you have that much saved up?
Um, not specifically like money saved up, but I have a lot of so I'll be 2 years into my business in November, and that's when the banks here will finally start talking about loans and things. But yeah, I do need to save up for probably a year or so before I can
Australia will be the last place where the interest rates for homes will come down. Okay?
Yeah.
We're not looking for significant rate drops that will change the situation for home loans in America for another year until we have another 1.5 points of percentage drop. They just had a 1/4 point drop. So you're looking for literally another year, a year and a half before the real interest rates for mortgages come down in America, and then add another year to another year and a half before Australian interest rates come down. Unless
Okay.
there's significant upturns in profits. Okay, like you have enough cash on hand to make a 35% down payment.
Yeah, 35 is a lot. Like, ideally I'd have 20, but a lot of people here are just trying to get 5% because that's all they can really do.
But then you get into a variable rate mortgage, and what happens if the rates go up?
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, so you got to secure cash.
Yep.
Okay, and you got to have somewhere to invest that cash so it can earn something, even if it's just a tiny bit every year. It's making something instead of staying in your mattress.
Yeah, I'm actually wanting to, well, first thing I want to do is open up like a high interest account, which is, pretty normal for people to do. But then I may also start investing it in some other things. I mean, my grandfather is pretty knowledgeable about this. Like he has someone because he was a surgeon, so he's quite wealthy, and he has like a big portfolio. So once I've saved a bit of money, I might ask him to help me out with that stuff, I suppose.
You should start talking to him from now. Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
Do you have a liquid $500 to invest into something?
Yeah.
Start there. Start there.
Okay.
Seriously. To understanding the market and what drives the market it's not a quick learn. It's not a quick learn. Okay.
Mm.
So put that liquid, that $500, go talk to him and say, what should I put it in? I'm going to try to put every other month another 500 into it. All right. So that means
Yeah.
by the end of the year, you could have a $4,000 beginning of a $4,000 nest investment. Okay. You can go
Yeah.
and get a money market account.
Yep. 100%. Yeah, amazing. Also, while I've got you here, I just wanted to ask so I've been having this issue with my knee where I tore my meniscus in my knee just randomly, like last year. Like I literally woke up in a tent and it was just torn. Like I don't even remember doing it the night before or anything. And it's just been like lingering.
How do
And
you know it's a meniscus tear?
I got an MRI.
Okay. Meniscus surgeries are a day and a half recovery. They're simple recovery surgeries. Just go get the surgery done.
I suppose like I was a bit worried about the long-term impacts of the surgery and possible like arthritis down the line and stuff.
That's a dumb answer. I'm sorry for saying, but that's a dumb answer. It will make your pain go away. It will make your leg better again. And then there are other things that are supplements that you'll be able to deal with for that. It is really a simple surgery and a simple recovery, like a 4-week recovery journey. Okay.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Okay. Just go get it done.
I've been trying to do it naturally and it just never has healed properly. Yeah.
Gonna heal naturally.
Yeah, you're right. You're right. Yeah.
Okay. It's not gonna heal naturally. So why are you living in pain with it?
Yeah.
Make it worse the more you work on it.
Yeah. You're right.
Okay.
Yeah. I probably needed to hear that.
So what are some of the other challenges in your life right now?
Well, I personally am trying to get a little bit like, my body seems to be the limiting factor with my spirituality, if that makes sense. Like when I go and try and meditate, I find it very difficult to get past that, feeling the body pain aspect of it. And every time I get someone to teach me how to meditate, the first thing they do is just relax. And I'm like, yeah, if it was that easy, I would be able to do it easily. But like,
stop meditating, switch to breath work.
Breath work. Okay.
Just give up on meditating for right now. Switch to breath work and sun gazing. Have you heard me describe sun gazing with your eyes closed before?
No.
All right. So just get out in the sun. So the full light of the sun's on your body. Close your eyes. Look up to the sun. So roughly the sun is in the center where your nose connects to your face. Okay. Eyes closed. And you start breathing. And you're going to go through the journey of I'm accepting this sunlight and bringing it in and through my eyes, into my third eye, and filling up my brain. And until you feel that light come in and fill up your brain, every cell, every atom, every piece of brain matter is completely filled with light. Then you move down the spinal column, into the arms, into the stomach, into the intestinal tract, till it's completely full of light, down to the legs and out the toes. And if you can make that take about 20 minutes and do that twice a week, you will notice a gigantic change in your journey, especially if you can combine it with breath work. Okay?
Yeah, okay. So just lie on my back, basically.
You could be in a chair. Okay? Okay. You could, and if you can get, take your shirt off so you can get sun on your body and absorb sunlight. Big difference. Just like I said, give up on meditating. And the next thing is, do you know how to sing at all?
Yeah.
Okay. So singing during the absorption of light can help a lot too.
Mm-hmm.
You can try to do yoga, but you're gonna end up knee surgery, so probably yoga takes out of it. Find something else other than the sun gazing and the breath work. Actually, that's probably enough for you to just start with. Really learn some in-depth breath work. Go learn Wim Hof, some of the other pranayama breathing. Really put some extra effort into it. Okay?
Yeah. Yeah.
If you have extra money, go get some body work done. Like the other caller, that 10 series and roll thing absolutely changed her life. You need some deep tissue work. Okay?
I do have a massage therapist that I see once a week who's like a 30-year Chinese medicine doctor, which is really good.
Does he do deep tissue on you?
Yeah, he does.
Okay.
It's actually pretty painful with some of the stuff he does.
It's still really painful after 1 a week for so long that something's going on with your body that you need to recognize it. Okay? I mean, you're really getting into relaxed state when you're going to sleep.
Yeah, I hope I am. I mean, I've got this like thing where I'll have a shower, then I'll read my book, and I'll write in my diary at nighttime, and that seems to calm me down quite well. Because before I did that, my mind would just be running scenarios, nonstop in my brain. But since I've started doing that, it's like I feel like I'm getting it out on the page, and then reading the book straight after the journal seems to be taking my mind off those things, and I'm kind of a bit neutral when I go to bed, which is good. Good.
What time do you get up in the morning?
Pretty early, to be honest. Like usually, any time between 5 and 8, depending on what my body wants to do. Sometimes a little bit later because I do the markets on the weekends, and they're usually early wake ups.
Okay.
But I'm trying to like get to bed earlier as well. That's another thing.
What time are you generally going to bed?
10:30, 11.
Okay, so
Not
10 to 5 is only 7 hours, a half hour, 45 minutes to get to sleep. So you're really not getting enough sleep.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so you got to find a way to start going to bed earlier and earlier. Okay?
Yeah.
Why don't you do 9:45? You got to cut off everything and be on that journey to your bed. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
What are you doing for entertainment? That isn't spiritual work.
I'm playing a lot of chess, and I'm really enjoying that. And honestly, I would be playing tennis right now if I could, because I love tennis. I haven't been able to play for 5 years since I had a shoulder reconstruction, and I'm actually working on the physio of that, which has been stop start, and I'm just like trying to really focus on that. And then the whole knee issue, but like you said, I can just get a surgery for that. So yeah, mainly chess, and also gardening. Absolutely love gardening. I've been trying this thing where I'm growing my own seeds from fruit trees, which because they're not true to seed, they become like a brand new genetic thing, and I've grown quite a few of them like that. And I'm using my saliva on the seed itself because I heard something about the DNA being like activating or something like that. So anyway, I've been doing that, and I really enjoy gardening. So yeah, mainly gardening and chess, to be honest.
Okay. So just something to know about chess, it can wind your brain up where it won't shut down. Have you noticed that?
I suppose I'm not playing at nighttime though. I'm trying to do it early in the day, but like I'm getting good at chess. But yeah, you're not wrong. The problem with me is like I'm not at the point yet where I'm visualizing the board with my eyes closed, which I would like to get to that point, which is what the pros can do.
Right.
But
you could access that through breath work.
Okay,
seriously. You can access that state of mind through breath work.
Yeah. So Wim Hof and pranayama are your main things of what I should do with breath work.
Yeah, start with Wim Hof.
And how often should I do the breath work?
As often as you can, so you learn that it's going to take you a while to get good at it, and there'll be different layers and plateaus you get to where you're going to have vibrating body frequencies that amplify all of your experience, and then there's going to be times it's challenging to get into. Give it a solid 5 months of working on just the Wim Hof breathing style, and allow yourself to go through the growing pains with it. Okay, try 4 days a week.
20 minutes at a time. Yeah. Or
4 days a week, 20 minutes.
start with 10 minutes. 20 minutes of Wim Hof is a serious practice. Serious.
Okay. Up to 20. Yeah, okay. I will do that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I suppose like back in 2021, I started doing Wim Hof, and I was also doing the cold therapy. And I did get into these states where my body was like vibrating and that kind of thing. I suppose like the part of me that is worried about this is that sometimes in those states I wasn't able to control myself, and then I would be taken into the psych ward, for instance.
That's where you have to start including reaffirmation words in between the breathing exercises. I am in control. I'm not out of control. I have grown past what I was. I am a new person. Okay. I forgive myself of anything of the past. I forgive myself whatever's inside me now. Okay.
Yes. Yeah, you're right. Yeah. Because I think I am honestly ready to reopen my spiritual stuff. It's just like considering my past and where I've been in, the psych wards, it's been very dark and like a lot of attacks and
I want you to know something. You can conquer any attack with breath work. No matter how strong it is, if you are good at breath work and basic accepting of your low light, like the sun meditation I told you about, the sun gazing, there isn't anything, no matter how demonic it is, you can push it away with breath, destroy it, dissipate it, fill it full of light, and it goes away. It's just discipline, commitment, and courage.
Yep. Okay, awesome. I'll give that a go. You think things like astral projection are probably not ideal for me right now?
Oh, no, none of that's ideal for you now.
Yeah, okay.
It's all about being in your body now. Okay?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
In your body.
Yeah, awesome. All right, I'll give all that a go, Andrew. Thank you very much for your wise advice. I think honestly I know all this stuff, but it's good to kind of get some validation from someone else saying it as well.
All right. Well, it's good talking to you again.
Yeah, awesome. You too. Keep up the good work. Really enjoy all your content. It's awesome.
Thank you so much. Take it easy. Good talking to you.
No worries. You too. Bye.
All right, Joel, let's move on to the next caller, Annette. Signal to unmute.
Hi, Andrew.
Hey, darling, where are you calling from today?
I'm calling from Sequim, Washington.
Sequim, Washington. I know that place. What do you want to talk about today?
Yeah, it's out in the boonies. Yeah, so I don't know exactly what to talk about, but I could start with my counseling career, how it started in the beginning of COVID, and I was doing graphic design before that. And it was kind of weird how it all ended with that. Huh?
Okay, go ahead. I was just
talking. But I feel pretty good about the counseling career. I mean, I was trying to start a counseling career before the graphic design. And so I was glad to start it during COVID. And so I've been in the field for 5 years, and I'm just noticing some things about myself. I think I got lost, like I lost myself in the process of counseling. And I realized that it had to do with my own issues, of course, with, I think, changing myself so much for other people that I lost myself. And then now I feel like I've come full circle since 5 years ago when I started, where I'm listening to my heart again. I'm taking better care of myself. I'm starting to connect more, being more at home with myself. But also there's like patterns within the counseling profession and the companies that I work for. So it's like I work for 2 companies. One company fills up my schedule fairly easily, but they don't always pay for my services. for some reason or not. And the other company makes sure that I actually get paid, but they're really slow to fill up my schedule. So,
Okay. So this other company that doesn't pay you, like, how much do they owe you?
um, they probably owe me about $800. But it's more like the principal. So I actually contacted L and I,
Yeah.
and they don't really deal with the nuances of this type of business, like a group practice with counselors. They just talk about wage and whether I'm getting paid minimum wage and whether I can prove that I'm not, or, it's very like black and white. And so they didn't really help me. And he thinks, so basically where I'm coming from is I'm a W-2 employee. Um, and I don't feel like if the client doesn't pay him, he's the owner of the business, that I should be a part, like that I should take like I should carry the burden of that, that if he can't get
No,
payment.
that's stupid.
I
That's
know.
stupid. That's stupid. That's
Yeah,
absolutely stupid.
I know, because if I like the other company, I have my own business, so I pay my own taxes, and they make sure that I get paid, and it's a totally different work dynamics. And I totally understand that if it's my responsibility to get paid, but they do a really good job making sure I get paid as well. And it's like a 60-40. I get 60%, they get 40. This other company, he thinks it's okay that if a client doesn't pay him, or the billing department makes a mistake, or the insurance company doesn't do their job, or whatever it is.
Okay,
He
so quit that guy that doesn't pay you.
okay. And so I've been wanting to, but then the other company is like, they don't want to fill up my schedule. Like they say you have to work at this time, and
And then
you have to.
you got to learn how to fill up your own schedule. Then
Yeah, and so this is the challenge. Okay, so I'm also in the process of taking the exam so I can be an independent licensed counselor and not depend on a supervisor or somebody else to sign my notes.
okay.
Because I definitely have issues with depending on other people. And maybe that's why I thought I had to change myself, is because it's kind of like somebody has the power, like,
Okay.
and I'm not fully independent. And so it has me feel like I have to jump through the hoops.
How
Um,
how long before you're finished with all your certifications? You don't need that anymore.
okay, so I did all the postgraduate hours and everything. I'm done with all that. The challenge, and this is really weird too, because I took one test in 2024. I failed it. I'm taking a different kind of counseling test. You could take two types. I'm taking the NCE test, and literally in the midway of the test, I turned off my alarm and they booted me off the test. And I had to literally start all over again with paying them and taking the test from scratch. And I just feel like there's a lot of energy there that's stopping me. And I don't know if it's my energy that's stopping myself,
Clearly, your own energy. Why would you have turned the clock off?
because it was an alarm that was interrupting me during the test. Um, and I guess I wasn't paying attention to the alarms that I had. Um, but I basically can't have my own. Well, the only way I can have my own practice and leave this other company is if I actually just ask for people to pay out of pocket instead of use the insurance companies, until I get licensed.
Then do that.
Okay. All right.
You need to do that. You need to build hustle muscle, whether it's getting yourself finally certified or guaranteeing the income before you do the journey, do the sessions.
So in other words, make sure I get paid before I do the sessions.
Yep, yep, yep.
Okay. Okay.
Or
And if people really can't do it, create payment plans for them.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. And
Have,
and
it,
then
have an online portal in which they can pay you too.
okay. All right. Before I see them. Okay. All
Okay.
right.
Accept a credit card right then and there too. Really easy. You get a Squarespace, you get a simple merchant account. They're really easy to do.
Okay.
Okay. You need to solve those issues because that's just everything you're showing me is just self-defeating habit patterns. And
Self-defeating.
self-defeating habit patterns, and you're stuck giving away power to other people, especially to the ones that don't pay you.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay?
Okay. And the other company that doesn't even want to fill up my schedule.
Doesn't matter.
Yeah. Okay.
What is your financial situation now? So let's say you work part-time with the other company. Is that enough to survive on?
No, I definitely need, okay, so I found an office, but they want to charge me 600 a month. And so I'm
In
afraid to just fork out 600 before I have the clients.
in Squim?
Yeah,
Oh wow, that's expensive.
I know.
um,
And I
what's
just,
the drive? What's the drive to drive to the city?
to the, what the other company?
No, Port Angeles.
Oh, the Port Angeles. That's about 30 minutes.
All right, look for an office in Port Angeles. You should be able to find something much cheaper. Okay.
Okay, and just look for that. And then just, even though I
Yeah.
don't have the clients, just pay.
You can put advertisements out. There's ways for you to get your own clients. That's the hustle muscle that you need to develop in yourself.
Okay, so instead of depending on other people to find clients for me, I need to feel comfortable finding them myself. Is that what you're saying?
You need to be able to do that anyways to be a successful in business. It's a vital skill set.
Right.
Okay.
Okay.
So do you have any kind of hypnotherapy background?
I don't.
So you could practice hypnotherapy with a simple license and just do hypnotherapy counseling sessions and not have to worry about all that other stuff.
What do you mean? The other techniques?
So no, a person comes to you, I'm having depression. You just
Okay.
do anti-depression hypnotherapy.
Oh,
Or
I see.
I'm having trouble with relationships. You do positive relationship hypnotherapy.
Okay.
Okay.
Instead of doing the mindfulness, CBT, DBT, all those different methods. Um,
Clearing out the negativity, replacing it with the positive, having a non-denominational spiritual twist to it.
okay. Well, and I'm also an art therapist, but that's
So do you
actually
have an
where
art? Will you have an art therapy degree?
I do, it's an art therapy emphasis. The school wasn't accredited to be part of board certified, so, but I did all the internships and all the coursework.
Uh-huh.
Um,
Does that
so,
allow you to practice and make money off of it? Where you're at now with that?
well, what I do is I call it expressive arts. I don't call myself a board certified art therapist, but I do um, expressive arts with the counseling. So, because I have the
Okay, I understand where you're coming with that. So that means you would have to put workshops together on the weekend and get people to come and do your expressive art therapy.
right.
And
And
you,
well, it is supervised if I want to become board certified, but I could just call myself an expressive arts
yeah,
um, therapist instead
but
of a board certified.
you still have to go to the hustle muscle side of how do I get people to show up to it?
Exactly. And so, do I have like a rejection program? Like, do I have something
No,
like,
you have classic. I've studied too long and never realized what the nature of my business was going in. You know how to do the work, you just don't realize what the other side of the business is. You've got to embrace it and embrace the business side of it.
okay.
It's got to become equal with your skill sets. Okay.
Okay. So, yeah, I get it. Embrace. Okay.
You got to truly embrace it. Truly embrace it. Okay.
Embrace the business part of collecting money and
All of that. Yeah. Don't let yourself be ignorant to it because it's not allowing you to grow.
okay, I see. So hustling is really like putting out like videos about myself or just doing a brief.
Oh no, it's understanding what is your business.
Okay.
Who are my clients? Who has money to pay? Where do I begin to advertise? What infrastructure do I need to begin? Because your infrastructure grows and grows and grows. Okay.
Okay.
And it's
Okay.
not just social media. Okay. Facebook is useless pretty much. Okay. For advertising, putting videos out. What would
Okay.
putting videos out for you do if no one's watching them?
Yeah, well, I have to tell people, well, like Psychology Today, or even just have a flyer or a business card.
Sure.
Um,
And you could have a handful of videos that are just there as the free to get people to lure you in. Okay.
right. Okay.
Short
Okay.
videos. Okay. Do you need to start a podcast? Probably not. You're not in a scenario where you could do it, though you could. Okay. Once a month. Okay. An hour podcast. That
Uh-huh.
means you got to put together a speech. Can you fill an hour?
Okay.
Let's say
Okay.
40 minutes. We'll say 40 minutes. Okay.
Okay. All right.
No
And
speech writing, positive motivation. Maybe end it with a guided hypnotic meditation. Okay.
okay.
You
So
gotta
really,
you have to truly embrace shameless self promotion.
okay. So that means I need to get clear on
The
um
business side. The business side.
so selling myself, selling my gifts, my talents. Well, I'm actually using them. Okay. So
You already know it works. You already know you're good at it.
yeah.
The next leap of faith is embracing the business.
Okay. That really is all it is.
Yes.
Okay.
That's and right now the block you have is you just remained ignorant to its growth side for you because you over focused on studying. That's
Oh, the
it.
studying part of it. Or well, I've been doing it too. I haven't just been studying.
Yeah, but that you didn't after you studied and started, you didn't embrace the business side once you got out of school.
Oh, I get it.
Okay?
Yeah. Oh my God. Okay. And that's why I didn't. Oh, I get it. That's why I don't have. I get it. All right.
Right. You need to earn the layers of experience from the business side.
I get it. All right.
Okay?
All right. Oh,
So you're in Squim. Here's another just a little bit of a suggestion. Go and find somebody in Port Angeles or somewhere that can do charter boats for you. And you can start at a beginning advertising ocean meditations, okay, or something. It's 3 hours on a boat where the guy just drives you around and shows you off to the ocean, etc. And you could charge $75 or $125 a person. You have a lunch. You give them a talk. They're out on the water. Okay.
oh, okay. All right. Charter. Okay. And this is kind of like a totally different side note is I do want to start a business in something else, and it's actually in chocolate making.
Okay.
Um, because it's really creative for me and it's really easy and I could see myself marketing it, doing the packaging because I have a graphic design background.
Great. And then you
And
can start going to high school, college level fairs, art fairs, etc. People make fortunes off of that stuff.
oh,
So you
okay.
got to find out where your local fairs are and when they are, what they are, how big they are, what it costs to start a table, and then you got to really how much stock do I need to get in there?
Well, there
Okay.
is a local farmers market, so I see
Great.
myself just starting off there and then
How good at the chocolate making are you now?
I've been doing it for like 12 years and every time I give it out to somebody, they say, you could sell this. This tastes great. It's like it doesn't have all the other crap in it that all the other chocolate has, and but it's not just organic. It's like I'm combining like medicinal
So
qualities.
you've been to the store and see the 80% cacao bars that sell for $5, $7 a piece. You've seen that?
Yeah.
Can you make those?
Yeah, I mean, I can make those.
Okay.
But I don't know if I want to actually make bars. Like I'm making kind of like truffles. I'm
I get
making.
what you're saying, but that's a highly profitable market for you. And then ceremonial cacao. If you can find a supply for ceremonial cacao that's actually made right and not burnt, 90% of the cacao we get in the United States is burnt, completely tasteless, useless, and all the good vitamins and all the good material that's in it is gone. Have you ever experienced that?
I think I already found the raw cacao that's not processed because I've already ordered it and it says it's raw. It's from, all these different countries and
But a
it
lot of
just,
them, they say it's raw, but it's cooked and overcooked and burnt. Okay,
oh, okay.
you're gonna have to learn that journey. Supplying ceremonial cacao, truly high quality, AAA level ceremonial cacao, that's fortunes waiting to be made right now. Okay,
Oh, okay.
fortunes. Okay,
Okay, so even though there's like a ton of chocolate out there, like it's saturated, you're saying that there's still.
yeah, but you're starting at a farmer's market. You need 5 products to start with minimum at a market. Okay, more
Okay.
like more like 7, maybe even 8 products, different products with different names, with different things, to give yourself the best attraction factor over every other chocolate maker out there.
Okay. Yeah,
What's
I
going to
have.
make you different than the grandma has been making chocolate for 60 years?
Right.
Eh?
Okay. Okay. All right. Ooh.
So,
Okay.
something else with chocolate, doing chocolate classes. Okay,
Yeah. Yeah, I was thinking of doing that, teaching chocolate making.
okay,
Yeah.
okay.
Okay. All right. Okay. And then I have one more
So
thing.
hold
Okay,
on,
or
hold on, hold on. So
okay.
you're making like truffle kind of stuff. Are you making anything else, or are you just making the chocolate like truffles?
Okay, so I either scoop it, make it round, and I dip it in the chocolate. So I either make whatever the inside is, whether it's a raspberry fruit or it's like a coffee flavor or it's coconut or then I dip it into a dark chocolate or I do like I've been doing these kind of like cups where I pour the chocolate in a cup and then
Huh?
I fill it and then I top it off with more chocolate. And so it's either hazelnut, almond, peanut
Yeah.
butter, and it's like just healthy versions of these flavors.
Are
Just
you
like,
familiar, are you familiar with a Buckeye chocolate peanut butter mix? It's an O-
um,
it's an Ohio thing, so it's chocolate and peanut butter in layers. Okay,
okay,
do you make absolute mass fortunes off of that?
it's called Buckeye. Okay.
Well, let me double check. I'll zoom in.
Well, but I want it to be different. I think that the main difference is I don't use anything else but chocolate, vanilla, agave, coconut sugar. I don't use white sugar. I keep it pretty like I don't use
They're called they're
lecithin.
called they're called Buckeyes.
Oh,
So basically,
Buckeyes.
it's a very refined, high quality peanut butter you just dip into chocolate.
Oh, I
You
see.
make peanut butter high quality peanut butter balls, and then dip it into chocolate. If you look at it, there's 10,000 recipes on the internet for it. It's a huge, its own unique industry. Okay.
Gosh. Okay.
Okay.
All right.
And as for fruits that are dipped in, you got to know what the sell by date is and stuff like that. You got to know that stuff. But on your lower level thing, you could also go and visit restaurants and brings unique chocolate desserts. Okay.
To the restaurant? Yeah,
Yeah,
like product to the
they buy
restaurant.
them weekly or monthly.
Okay, yeah, I get it. All right. Okay. Yeah, I mean, I thought this would be a good way to use my creativity and stress out less with my counseling career. So it's kind of like another way to bring in income.
Yep.
Um, and so, okay. Okay, this sounds doable. Um, there, I don't know if I should ask one more question, but because
Sure.
I tend to do a lot of different things. So I also have a website where I have some artwork. But because I've been so busy with the counseling, I haven't put all my artwork on there and I haven't really dedicated my energy into that. So, it's almost like I don't know, I feel a little guilty doing all these different things. And then a part of me is like,
You can't add another project to the journey.
exactly,
Just embracing the business side is going to take up a lot of your internal commitment, courage, and effort. Because
right.
you really there's a steep learning curve, and you've got some self-defeating habit patterns that are going to challenge that curve. And on the side, you can do the chocolate and go to the farmer's market. So it's how much stock can you make in a week? What do you sell on the weekend? It's a really simple journey, and the rest is what am I going to do to master the business side?
Okay, so I'll feel better about myself once I master the actual business part of the counseling field
Yeah,
that I'm in. Okay.
you can't keep this triple divided attention. You'll never get anything done.
Okay, I get it.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Thank you so much.
You're welcome. Thanks for calling in.
Whew.
All right, Donald, have a good one. All right, Joel, let's move to the next caller, Catalyst Cody. Catalyst Cody, are you there?
Hello?
Hi, where are you calling from?
Hello?
Hello, how you doing?
Doing good. How you doing, Andrew?
Good. Where are you calling from?
South Louisiana.
South Louisiana. What do you want to talk about today?
Uh, I had something happen to me in fourth grade that I would like to know about.
Okay, tell me about it.
So I remember it was like a sleepover at a friend's house. It was a Friday night, and then Saturday morning when my parents picked me up, I remember I had no sense of time. I thought it was Saturday night. I remember I was home and I'm looking in like the mirror of my mom's room and I'm seeing I don't know what it was, some kind of creature in the reflection. I distinctly remember this thing grabbing my hair and like pulling it back in my reflection and like sawing my head off. I was in the hospital for like a week straight, getting every kind of test, spinal taps, brains, and then brain scans, all kinds of stuff. And I was like stuck in, I don't know, every time I go to sleep, I would get stuck in some kind of sleepwalking state. And
You were possessed.
okay.
Okay. How long did it take for it to go away?
It was a few months.
Okay. What made the difference where you felt like you were recovered?
I mean, I wasn't like doing the sleepwalking anymore.
Okay, like what changed in your life? Because usually when that happens, they just suck you up until you're dry and move on. Did it try to come back at all, or was it over after that?
Uh, I had one experience, like I had like one experience later in life that seemed was kind of the same deal.
How long did that last for?
It was just a day. It was actually like a bad mushroom trip, honestly.
Oh,
But
okay.
it was
Well, it was just a local piece of shit entity jumping into you.
okay.
Yeah. Yeah, you were possessed. That's why the doctors couldn't find shit.
Yeah, that's what I figured.
Huh? As soon as you said the mirror jumping into you, tearing your hair out and your head, all that's classic mindfuck demons. And they love doing that to kids because they can't get out of it. They get stuck in an astral realm.
That's what I figured it was, or something like that.
Do you have a spiritual practice now?
I do. I used to have a strong one, and then I kind of got in a bad relationship, 2 kids, and a heartbreak.
Uh-huh.
So I'm working at getting back into it.
So what does it look like now? How does your practice look?
Better. I kind of got my work straightened out to where I gave myself the opportunity to have a lot of time, and then I building my health back up. So that's where I'm working at it now.
What are you doing for a job?
Oh, firefighter.
Okay. So are you working 3 on, 4 off, 4 on, 3 off?
24, 48 off.
24, 48. How challenging is that schedule for you?
Not very.
Not very. Okay. So you're used to it.
Yeah, I've been doing it for like 2 years now, and I honestly enjoy it.
Okay. You getting good pay from it?
Not at first, but
it's built up. I mean, you've got, cash flow, or you challenged with money?
yeah. I'm good on the cash.
Okay. First thing you want to do is go invest into some body work, man. And understand your biggest bang for healing dollar is going to be body work and float tanks. You ever done a float tank?
No, it's on the bucket list.
Well, just go get it done. And my advice is your first 4 or 5 times, all the goal is to just get into the float tank and let yourself fall asleep. Okay? After you've done it 4 or 5 times, you'll truly understand what it regenerates in your body, and then you'll be able to learn to do some inner work in there, or just be at that peaceful rest state. 1 hour in the float tank is equivalent to 8 hours of deep sleep. Getting that deep tissue work done, because as a firefighter, you get to beat up your body all the time. You need to get those old knots on top of knots out of your body. It will truly change the quality of life and your emotional abilities to deal with. I'm sure you see stuff as a firefighter that can be challenging on your emotions. Okay? Your body also goes through a shock state there. So having body work in a float tank on a very regular basis will do you such nurturing good for yourself.
Okay.
Okay? What's your diet like?
Pretty good. I take a lot of like wild herb, like plant supplements and stuff, and I try to eat right, but I definitely know I'm probably not eating enough protein, or I seem to I seem to have a problem where, like, if the only choice is a bad choice, I'd rather not even eat.
Yeah, but that's the wrong thing. That's the wrong thing to do.
I know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you do your own cooking at the station?
I do. I used to work in restaurants, so I do as much as I can.
You need to have a stock up and start really embrace the cooking side. Okay? Go pick up some cooking videos, get something to interest you. Recently I've been doing eggplant parmesan sandwiches, so I've remastered that whole journey of eggplant. Okay? I've got my perfect marinara sauce, and now we're harvesting some really great eggplants or chicken parms, etc. Do that. Find some really fun foods to cook. If you got restaurant experience, it's just what motivates you to cook today. What do you want to have? Okay?
Okay.
And you could add that to your spiritual journey. That's where that creative space of nurturing the body with good food that gives joy on your face, and then maybe making somebody for somebody else at the station and just watch their face light up because you know how to fucking cook. Okay?
Yeah, I was bad off. Like, I had a chief that used to always make me cook for him.
Good. That's not a bad thing.
I know.
Yeah, that's you suck people up. That's the way to a man's heart through his stomach.
Yep.
Okay? Do you have any other questions you want to ask?
Yeah, I kind of want to know about my ex.
Okay. What about her?
Like, what's her deal? What's going on with, like, her? Like, because I know she's messed up.
All right. Well, tell me a bit about her.
Um, she was older than me. She just, I don't know. She's just angry all the time, and she just seems like something's like there's some kind of trauma. Like it almost felt like I was all the sins of every man, from stepdads to real dads to
Oh,
exes.
you just picked a broken ass bitch.
Yeah, exactly.
That's unfixable.
Yeah, that's what I came to that conclusion.
Okay. And you got caught up into her fix me drama, even though she never wanted to be fixed. There are a lot of women out there that are like that. A lot.
Yeah,
Okay.
I like to
What
say
you,
ruined because
oh,
broke can be fixed.
ruin can be fixed. Broken. Okay. Broken many times. Is she political?
I don't think so.
Okay. Does she have explosive rage moments?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, yeah. You
She
got caught in classic broken woman karma. Forgive yourself.
Oh, I
That's the
have.
journey. That's the journey you need. I forgive myself for falling for a broken ass bitch. Okay. I forgive myself for sticking with it for so long. You have the kids with her.
Yeah,
Okay. What are their ages?
9 and 6.
Okay. What's your relationship with them?
Good.
Okay. How often do you see them?
I have them like half the time.
Okay. So what do you plan to do that's fun with them? It's daddy stuff. Because this is how you shine when you have a broken mother in the background. And it's not about competing with her. It's how much love can you show them with the activities that you're doing with them.
Yeah, I like to do like boy stuff with them. Like they
Okay.
really enjoy going out in the woods and stuff like that.
Do you hunt or fish?
Um, not in particular.
It's pick up fishing. It's one of the easiest things to dad with young kids. Okay? You ever do fishing earlier in your life?
Yeah. Like I got the fishing poles and everything, and we live in a neighborhood with ponds. I'm still, I need to just do it.
Just do it. Okay? Think about getting a small little boat too. Okay?
Yeah, that was on my mind, getting a kayak or something.
A canoe. Something you take the kids with.
Yeah.
A little John boat with a little electric motor. Okay? Maybe something a little bigger if you can afford it. Okay?
Okay.
Do the kids play a lot of video games?
Yeah.
What
Seems like
games do
that. Seems like that's what they do over at her house all the time.
what games do they play?
I think they like Zelda, and I try to like keep it to like if anything like Nintendo games.
Okay.
Like nothing.
Do you play games with them?
Yeah. I play like I got like the nostalgia. I grew up in the '90s, so I help them. It's one of those things like they'll be playing Mario and they throw it to me when it's a hard level, and I'll do it, and I'll play
Okay.
like Smash Brothers and Zelda with them and stuff.
Well, train them how to be an ass kicker in your games. Okay.
Okay.
And you could, pull out $20 from your wallet in singles and say, and give them the, can you beat me and win the money? And I'll teach you how to beat me. Okay. Have little tournaments with them. Get that fatherly competitive energy going. It's goes a long way at building relationships. Okay. Do you have any other questions you want to ask?
Um. Yeah, I mean, I got a bunch for you, but I think you gave me enough right now.
Okay. All right, man. You got a lot to think about. Okay.
All right, man. Good talking to you. We'll talk again soon.
All right. Thank you, Andrew.
All right, everybody. We're going to call it an end to today's show. If you guys would like to have a private session with me, you can go to my website, andrewbartzis.com. Also, this coming weekend, we are starting the new mentorship. Last chance to get in. Go to my website, andrewbartzis.com, and you can find out all the details. There's still room for people to come in. All right, Joel, we will be back tomorrow for Friday night Blue Shrimp